Well, let's get this sucker fired up and moved. I did have a couple of volunteers that were willing to come move it. Just I can't wait. Fire this thing up. There we go. Today's video, we're going to go finish this field off, and I want to show a couple of part numbers, or at least one part number, and talk about greasing the discs. Stay tuned. Well, we're back at it today. We're going to finish this field off. That wet spot I showed you in the last video, and if you haven't seen the last video, I'll put a link in the description below. But there's a wet spot up in that corner, and I'm going to go hit it today come hell or high water, pun intended. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be dry enough, but if it's not, we're going through it anyways. So stay tuned for that kind of fun. But for now, I'm going to talk about these discs and discs in general. I've had a couple viewers comment on to grease or not to grease every time you use them. And some of the guys were talking about sealed bearings. And I do have one sealed bearing on here, and I'm not going to search for it right now, but it did come like that. I'm not personally a fan of the sealed bearing. I like to grease every time I go out to the field. One guy was like, well, when you get grease coming out of the side of the bearing, that attracts dirt, and the dirt gets into the bearing itself and is a game ender. And that's true. If you do get dirt in that bearing, it's over. The bearing's shot. But one way that I've found to prevent getting grease or dirt into the bearing itself is you come over here. I'll find one of the Zerks here real quick. Hopefully one on the end. Right about there. Okay. That's a Zerk right there, or a grease fitting, however you want to state it. Okay. It is imperative before you put that grease gun on this and pump grease into that bearing that you clean your Zerk off, so you're not taking the dirt that's on the end of that and pumping into the bearing. Kind of defeats the purpose, and you will be changing bearings out. So leave a comment down below if you use sealed bearings or greasable bearings on your disc gang growing up or now. And let's go disc. Well, let's have a look here. Huh, that's going to be interesting. All right, so we're soaking wet here. I know if I get the tire in that nonsense, I am buried. Make good video material, you know, but I don't know, I'm going to try going through here, disc, and I'm just going to, you can see here where I stopped last time, and I'm just going to fan and work my way, just like that. As far as I can go out, you can see it's still a little muddy, but I know if I can turn this and get it like this, just the sun and the wind will dry it out a lot more than just sitting there like that, so. Well, let's go, let's grow. Yeah, just knocking these old stalks down. In one of my live streams, this is where I found one of the antlers. I'd have ran that sucker over. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to get rain the next, I don't know, 2-3 days straight, so if I don't get anything done today, nothing's going to get done for about a week, because that's about how long it would take to get that dried out. Yeah, and this is where it's going to get all kinds of stupid. Wanted a feather on that first pass, and I did. Wow, look at that chewy dirt. You know, somebody said in the comment section in the last video, if it sticks to the tires, it's too wet, isn't it? Well, I think in some conditions that's true. Certainly not on this, in this ground. A lot of people also commented on there's no rocks here. Well, there have been years, you know, where I've pulled rocks out of this field left, right, and center. But no, there isn't a lot. But you can see how wet the dirt is. I mean, and that M just cut right through it, and we're going to keep cutting. This is probably a worse spot over here, so it'll get dicier as I move that way. But yeah, pretty thrilled. And then I don't know how far out I can get this wing into this water and just get it turned, flopped, and dried. Let the sun and the wind hit it and just dry it out once and for all. You go in the woods there and it constantly holding water. Unless it's middle August and we haven't had rain in I don't even know how long of a period of time, probably 2 weeks. Let's get back on this M and get rolling. Uh-oh. First rock of the year. What will I do? Wow. It's a UFO. Strange sighting in these fields. Oh yeah. We're basically turning mud here, and again, I'm okay with that because as it opens up and airs out, if I would have been able to get in here 2 days ago, my last video, this would already be dry. But I'm gonna have to go through here now. Now that I know I can go through there, I can at least get one wheel in here and get one wheel in the mud and the blood and the beer. Yeah, we're old. Well, I think I made it through the worst of the worst. Well, no, that's the worst of the worst, but come over here and check it out. How'd that get out here? Look at that stupid red brick out in the... Supposedly my great-great-great-grandfather used to forge those and deliver them in a wagon, and they made... That's what they used to pave the streets with, red brick. So, I don't know, maybe it's a piece of history. But anyways... Nice and gooey and chewy. Oh, look, deer track coming out to eat a big bunch of nothing. But yeah, this is pretty, well, it's wet over here. Oh yeah, we're going through this, the heck with it. I ain't waiting. You guys are going on a tractor with me. We're gonna go through it. Bounty hunters, mount up! Red power. Up on this wet spot here and hit it. You can see the shine off that mud there. And spin about now. Come on. bogged down quite a bit, but we got through it. Well, back to the wet spot we go. Oh, look at that mud. Left brake, right brake. There we go. Wheels up right now. Second pass usually goes pretty easy, but get deep enough on this ground, it's wet. That dust you're seeing is from about the first 2 inches of soil, really. A lot of torque in these old M's, I can tell you that. That's not a 10-foot set of discs behind me. Those are 13.6. Now, I was always told when you're stuck, stay stuck and get another tractor and get out, but nah, no fun in that. Yeah, we buried these discs. We're in thick mud right here, and you can see I've rutted it up pretty good. Oh well, I'll level that out. Be good as new one day. But yeah, I mean, this is all mud and muck and you name it, it's here. It's sticking to my boots walking through. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you about was a couple guys said they have these 370s, and in the middle, after the second or third pass, it leaves a mound in the center. Okay, so you can see I've got these adjusted in the front. They're almost touching, okay, right there. Okay, they're almost touching. What that does is it doesn't allow for a mound, and the way these are set up back here, it throws the dirt inward on each side. But there's a piece here that you can put, and it's a shank, and mine's broke off right there, and I can't imagine what it looks like. Mine was broke off when I bought these discs, but my guess is it's almost like a field cultivator shovel shank that comes through and levels it for when you don't have them adjusted the way I have these adjusted, because you can see out here there's no mound. Now granted, it's first, second pass, but there's no unevenness about it. So you adjust them like this, or you go and get this piece here, and you know, when you put these in more of a finishing position, then that'll take care of your mound. Any takers on this telephone pole? It's free. Do stupid stuff like this, carve around it. Real pain in the butt. Yeah, that pole's been there for decades. I would have fought it in court if they were trying to put one in there now. No way I'd let them do it. They could have put a pole on each edge of the field and been just as supportive. You hear that turbo whistling? Woo! Yeah, it's looking pretty good. 2 passes and it looks level. I do put a lot of potash down. This is soybeans more years than not. I haven't decided if I'm putting this in corn yet. It's due. I mean, it's been soybeans 3 years in a row, and I know it would spit out some serious corn. And when I say serious, I'm talking, you know, 150 bushels or more. But I think I got that tamed down to a dull roar. I'm going to go through it a couple more times and try to level it, feather through there, and make sure there aren't any ruts to hold water and make matters even worse. But thanks for subscribing to the channel. It's a lot of fun. There's several reasons why I don't no-till the smaller fields. We'll go into that in a later video. This is some serious red power. Boom!